morning, guys. Welcome back. Tina here. So today I am doing a check-in vlog. I've been doing a lot more cleaning throughout the house, a lot more purging, and wow, I feel lighter. I really do. This morning there was trash pickup, which I was ever so grateful for because I'm not kidding. I had 37 bags outside for the trash men to take away. And that's on top of the stuff that has been donated to charity. Because there was tons of things that was taken to the charity. So in fact, I have like 4 more bags today that will be going to the Salvation Army. So I kind of wanted to go through some things with you guys and just let you know what else got cleaned out. I did not record myself cleaning these things out. I just did it. So, but I will say that I cleaned out my hobbies. I really did. As you guys know, I bought an adorable container from the Container Store this summer to hold all of my planner supplies. I love this container from the Container Store. It was expensive. It was like $100 to buy all these little components. And the most expensive component of all is the big bottom drawer that held all of the washi tape. And I recently outgrew that drawer. I had like 30 new rolls of washi tape that needed to be put into a container. And so my immediate thought was, I better go to the Container Store and buy another drawer. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I'm trying not to buy anything. B, you're going to tell me that every single roll of washi tape that you have, you can't part with any of them. You love every single roll equally. And the answer to that was obviously no. I don't love all of these rolls of washi tape because a lot of the times I get my washi tape in a tube. I go to Michael's when I have a 50 or 60% off coupon and I'll buy a whole tube of washi tape. And a tube will usually have like 10 rolls in there. And usually when you buy a tube of washi tape, there's like 5 rolls in there that are drop dead gorgeous. And the other 5 rolls are just kind of filler rolls of washi tape. And even though you buy more tape than you need when you purchase it that way, it still works out cheaper to buy a tube with a coupon versus buying 1, 2, or 3 individual rolls. Washi tape, to purchase it by the individual roll, is insanely expensive. So, but anyway, I decided I didn't need all these washi tapes. So I started picking and choosing. And by the time I was done picking and choosing and having the take to school and give to children pile versus the I love these so much I cannot part with them pile, guess what? It all fit back in the drawer. It did. It all fit back in the drawer just fine, and I will be no worse for the wear because I gave up these washi tapes. In fact, odds are I probably won't even realize that these tapes are gone because they weren't ones I liked. They weren't the ones that I reached for when I was doing my planning. So if you have a hobby and that hobby is starting to weigh you down, can you declutter some of it? Can some of it go? Another thing I decluttered in my planner stuff was like partial sheets of stickers. Because usually you get a sheet of stickers and you use up the ones that you love right away. And then the stickers that remain on that sheet are the ones you didn't like. Because if you liked them, you would have used them already. So if you've got these sheets of stickers with like just, a few partial stickers here and there, and you don't know if you're ever going to use them, for me, I just got rid of it. And so I refuse to let my planner containers grow. I am limiting myself to this container. And that's actually something I have learned as I'm going through this cozy minimalist process. That containers and those quote unquote storage systems, they're not good. I'm actually learning that storage systems encourage hoarding. It really does. When you have all these bins that's storing stuff, if your bins are like my bins, you fill the bin, you put it in a closet, and you forget the bin is there. And now I'm not talking about Christmas stuff. All of my Christmas decor are in bins, and those bins come out for December. And then for the other 11 months of the year, I don't look at those bins. Excuse me. I'm really hoping to be rid of this cough before I go back to work. But, so, sorry about that. But I was in the storeroom downstairs, and I started opening up bins that hadn't been opened in years. And I started getting rid of the materials in those bins. And eventually, my storeroom, I now have 6 empty bins in the storeroom. They're completely empty. And the things that these bins were holding was so not important, not worthy of even being put in a bin. It was just a situation of we didn't know what to do with it at the time, so we stuck it in there. And now 5 years later, 6 years later, it's still sitting in a bin in the storeroom. Why? It's got to go. So if you have so much stuff that you have to buy storage solutions, I'm learning that what that really means is I need to get rid of some of that stuff. Honestly, I need to get rid of some of that stuff. Shelving in closets for organization and laying things out nicely, yes. Something like my container for my hobby, yes. But to keep adding more and more and more bins and more shelving units, no. At that point, you've reached your limit. You have too much stuff. Or at least I had too much stuff. Another thing I have purged was my books. I had bazillions of books. I really, really did. And yes, I know bazillions isn't a real word. I'm kind of famous around here for making up a word at the spur of a moment. Anyway, going forward, I kept all my coffee table books or my picture, my Villages of England, which is a big book filled with beautiful photography. I kept those kinds of books. I'm not parting with them. I love those books, and throughout the year I actually will pull one and look through them. So if it's a coffee table book, those I kept because I love them and I love to display them. Those are not clutter. But novels, chapter books, I read a lot, and I just acquire these piles and piles of books. So I did purge the ones I no longer wanted. There was quite a few that, the book's been read one time, and I can honestly say from the very bottoms of my heart, I'm never going to reread this book ever again. But from today on, all chapter books will be ebooks for me from now on. I refuse to buy any more paper books. I love them, I do, but I've now had an e-reader for years and years and years. I am perfectly comfortable reading on a Kindle. I've gotten over that period. There was a transition where you're giving up paper in favor of the ebooks. I'm over that though. I love to kick back with my Kindle with a cup of tea by the fire and read a book. So from today on, I will not be reading paper books anymore. I'm going digital. There's no reason for me to buy the paper version. Not to mention the ebook is usually cheaper. It's almost always cheaper to purchase the ebook over the paper version of it. Excuse me. Another thing I'm doing. YouTube is a hobby that I enjoy. I enjoy making videos, but I also enjoy watching other YouTubers' channels. However, I'm unfollowing some of them. And I'm not going to say names because I'm not unfollowing them because I don't love them. I do. I love them. I love their videos. I'm unfollowing them because some YouTubers create this mental environment for me, more mental clutter, where I feel like I need to keep up. There's a couple of YouTubers who honestly, they're just really good salespeople. I mean, they are excellent at doing what they get paid to do. And I will watch their channel and I find myself literally pulling out like a pencil and paper and taking notes of, I want to get one of those. Oh, that's amazing. I have to have that. Yeah, I cannot watch those YouTubers all the time anymore. You know, I'm sorry, but I gotta give them up. I really do. And for the record, I just want to say that I am not a person who's in debt. My husband and I'm actually really proud to say we have no credit card debt. We do have credit cards that get paid off to a zero balance at the end of the month every month. And, you know, my husband is an amazing saver. Me, not so much. I like to shop. I admit it. I love to shop. So, but my husband is an amazing saver, and God bless him because he's the reason I'm going to be retiring one day, not because of my own saving efforts. But, so it's not like I'm going on this minimalism because I've put myself in the poorhouse. I'm not in the poorhouse. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not there. But at the same time, I would like to become a better saver. I am aware of the fact that I waste enormous amounts of money buying stuff. Buying stuff that at the end of the day really does not bring me joy. In fact, it becomes something that I have to deal with. It becomes something that I have to clean around it. It becomes something I have to store. It becomes something that just goes into the trash later on or gets donated to charity. So as I was cleaning out this week and purging, I was really aware in the back of my head that, wow, look at all this money wasted. Just wasted. That's money that could have been put toward our next trip to Universal Studios, because I'm dying to go back to Universal Studios. That's money that could be put toward our dream trip for Bill and I to do a tour of Italy. We want to do the whole, Venice, Rome, and Tuscany tour of Italy. But instead of putting money toward these amazing experiences that really do create memories that last a lifetime, I put it into stuff. And now I don't even want the stuff. So yes, this is where this whole cozy minimalism's coming from. I just needed to make my life simpler. I want to focus more on living and a lot less on owning. And that's where it's all coming from. So as much as I love some YouTubers, I gotta let them go. Although I will say I have replaced them with YouTubers I'm loving. I'm loving Sarah Norse. Oh my God, she's cute as a button. She's so peppy and happy. I adore her. So if you have not checked out Sarah Norse, I highly recommend her. I have started watching Zoe Aurelia. I think that's her name. She's an American who's moved to Italy. She has a lot of great ideas on minimalism and capsule wardrobes, although I have a capsule wardrobe. I have two capsule wardrobes. But and another YouTuber I am absolutely loving is Michelle B. So I will be sure to link their channels in the description box below, because if you are on this whole Project Me with me, these are some great YouTubers to really help inspire you and to help get you motivated. Another YouTuber, I've watched a few of her videos because she came recommended to me, is How Jen Does It. And I do like How Jen Does It. I like her videos, but I do not find her as inspiring as maybe I do the other ones. I don't know. Although I will say she has some great recipes and some great menus. Okay, back to my own purging. Another thing I purged was my jewelry. I literally weighed it. I had like 3 pounds worth of tarnished, aged costume jewelry that was just sitting in my jewelry box. My jewelry box was filled to the max. And here's the irony. I almost never wear jewelry, like different jewelry. I have a few items that I pretty much wear 365 days a year. I have one necklace. I have my rings that I wear year round. I don't really change my earrings very much. You know, these are earrings that my husband bought me, and I wear them every day. I mean, this is it for me for jewelry. It really is. This is it for me for jewelry. 2 rings, 1 necklace, and some earrings that never get changed. Why did I need 3 pounds of costume jewelry? Now, I did keep a few items because during the summertime, to dress up my little black dress, I do like to put on a piece of costume jewelry. So the ones that still bring joy stayed. But honestly, 4 necklaces. I kept 4 necklaces and got rid of 25. And the 25 I got rid of, they didn't even look good anymore. They had, you know, the thing with costume jewelry is it doesn't last. It tarnishes, it goes bad. So that was one thing I got rid of. Another thing I want to get rid of, I did not throw it away because I plan on selling it. I have a lot of old jewelry that is gold and some of that, and I don't like it. I don't like it, or it was given to me by my first husband, and I've kept it because it's gold. Hello, you know. You don't throw. I personally don't chuck gold into the trash can. So I've kept some of these jewelry items, but I don't love them. They don't bring me joy. In fact, if anything, they almost have negative memories attached to them. So I will be taking these items to a store to sell. And when I get the money for the items, I'm going to add it to a vacation fund. So that was also something I purged. And the last thing I want to talk about that I've purged was my purses. I had about 12 purses. And I really, out of the 12, I kept 4. I kept one very small crossbody bag. That is the bag I use when we are going somewhere that I just need my wallet, a lipstick, and my phone. I did keep my 2 new Coach bags that I recently purchased because I absolutely love them. I adore them. They spark joy, the whole shebang. And then I kept this one other little mid-sized purse that is a really practical purse that I also adore. All the others, they're gone. Just gone, and I don't even miss them. They were just collecting dust. So those are all the other things that I have recently purged. One of the great things about purging your house is that as you get rid of stuff, you actually do start to create a small list of things that you do need to buy. Right now, I have 4 laundry baskets, and all 4 of them are busted beyond belief. Not one of them has a handle left. The handles have been ripped right off. Most of them have cracks along the top, and when I'm carrying it, what it usually ends up, especially if I'm wearing a sweater, is it will pinch the strings of the sweater and end up pulling one, running a piece of clothing. My laundry baskets are a joke. So I have a running list of things that do need to be purchased. I want to purchase 3 new laundry baskets. I'm not running out today to get them, but I have made a note in my head that the next time I am at Target or someplace that sells laundry baskets, I need desperately to pick up 3 of them, because we kind of have like a running rotation of laundry baskets. I can't get away with just having 1. Another thing I have put on my list to buy, obviously, is my Pyrex dishes with lids. And then in Casey's room, he needs a laundry hamper. He's been using a cardboard box for a laundry hamper for about 2 months now because his broke. And it was the kind where it was like a fabric laundry basket that had like metal bars that held it up. Well, the metal bars poked through the fabric and the fabric literally fell down. So we had to get rid of it, and at the time we just put a cardboard box in there as an emergency substitute. It's 2 months later, the kid still has a cardboard box for a laundry basket. So these are some things that as you go through your house, you begin to inventory what you have, and you also begin to make a small inventory of things that need to be replaced. And I'm not talking about new things that need to be, I'm talking about things that need to be replaced. So yeah, it's funny because you suddenly are able to zero in and focus on the things that are really important. You know, getting these things is actually really important. Buying a new floral centerpiece for the kitchen table when there's one already there that's perfectly good, that's not important. That's a distraction. So when you declutter, you really do realize what you need and what you need to acquire to solve problems that are annoyances. Okay, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video today. Thank you guys, all of you, for following this whole Project Me. And please don't think Project Me is over. It's not. If anything, I have just started. I feel like I've just scratched the surface of Project Me. Because coming up, the next step is going to be work. I have to take Project Me to work with me. I still have this whole week off. Today's only Monday. I don't go back to work until next Monday. But since my house is in order, now the big thing for me is to sit down and make plans for how am I going to get my job in order. Because it's really easy to do Project Me when I'm off work. It's so easy. The real challenge is going to start next week when I go back to work and I have to manage a semi-home life balance. Because I admit there's no such thing as home life balance. One's always going to require more attention than the other. But as I said earlier in this series, something's got to give. I got to get it under a more balanced approach or I'm going to go cuckoo. And I really don't want to go cuckoo. So with that, if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me in the future, click that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you later.